Welcome back to General English class for 2nd BA, 4th semester. This is session number 8. In this session, we are going to talk about the topic time management and critical thinking. This PPT was prepared by Professor Amok, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Grade College, Chikbalapura. I am Mercy Victoria, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Grade College, Kanakpura. In the previous session, we saw about the leadership skills, work ethics, and teamwork. One of the qualities which is expected by the employer from his employee is that time management. In this era of limitless work and limited time, the hiring managers always prefer employees to work efficiently. Yes, time management plays an important role. What is time management? Time management is something where a person is able to manage time and complete the task given to him by the organization at the stipulated time. So there is a limitless work but limited time. How do we manage that? Who know how to use time wisely? Time management is something where a person is able to use the time wisely. Almost every employer prefers his employees to have time management skills. Yes, any project or any task for that matter in an organization comes with a time constraint or a limited time. So you should be able to finish the task with the at the given time, given stipulated time. So every employer prefers his employee to have this time management. Why is it very important? Because it saves a lot of money. If the project gets delayed or if the task gets delayed, automatically the energy or the money is spent gets wasted. So if the project or the task is given by the organization is completed at the at the correct time, it helps the organization to save money. It also increases the productivity of the organization. So how do we manage this time? How do we get this things done at the stipulated time? There comes the teamwork or the team leader. So leadership, teamwork, work ethics all go hand in hand in this time management. If you have a good leader, if you have a good team, and if you are able to have a work ethic, naturally you'll be able to finish the given task at the stipulated time. So hence time management is something which everyone should possess, or if which everyone should develop in their career or in any given task. What are the key phrases of time management? What is most important in time management? How do we prioritize or how do we manage time? First thing is prioritizing what to do when. If there are 10 tasks to be done, which task to be done first and which to be done later. So we have to able to prioritize or able to understand which should be done, which should be given more importance, or which will take a longer time than the other one. If a task is taking a long time, if you need to put in a lot of effort, or if it requires to think a lot, it is always better to have put that in a later part, so that get the things done, whatever the work which occupies less time can be given importance and get that particular task done than the work time consuming task. And again is goal setting and management. Goal setting is that you have to plan the work to be done on that for that particular day, otherwise called as to do list. If you know what are the things to be done on that particular day, at the end of the day or in the beginning of the day, you have to make a to do list or things to be done by the end of this day. Goal setting, it is called, otherwise called as goal setting. Today my goal is to finish these tasks, these number of tasks. If you have a to do list in your desk or in your mind, it will definitely help you in the longer run or to manage time. Again, managing time also comes with this to-do list. You will know what are the tasks that has been already finished and what has to be done. At the end of the day, if you look at the to-do list or the goal setting list, you will be happy, you will be satisfied to see that what are the things you have achieved or completed, and as a result, how much of time you have taken to complete the task. Again, planning comes as a biggest skill which everyone should know. Before even starting to work on a project or a task, taking up a task, you have to plan the entire project. How, when, and how will we get it done, or with whom, with the help of whom should we get it done. So here comes again the networking or the teamwork. So you, if you know anyone who's well versed in particular task, it is always better to go ask for help or the advice. So plan accordingly. What are the time, what I mean, if there is a task beforehand, or if you're given a task, so what is that which is going to need to complete the task. You have to plan accordingly. Control. See, there may be situation wherein you might have to work extra, or you might lose the track of the time in that particular situation, or you may waste your time in that particular situation. You have to take control of the situation, and the person should be able to manage the time and get the things done. Focus is very important. When you have a focus on what is happening, or what is happening, or the task what is there in hand, it will always you will have the correct focus, and it will always help in the completion of the task. So first thing is prioritizing comes with goal setting and management. Second one is planning how this work has to be done. And control, taking control of the situation and working accordingly, and focusing on the task that is on in hand. And delegation, yes, if one particular task is done by one person, it might take a long time, but whereas the same work is being delegated, or it is divided among people, it will get the things done faster. And you can also save money and time. So always delegate. As I told you earlier, leadership quality, in the leadership quality, a leader should be able to draft the delegation. Delegation is also another major skill which a leader should have. If the person is able to delegate the task to the right person, the work also will get will get completed at the right time, and as a result, it'll be easy, or it will be helpful for the organization. Next comes critical thinking. What do you mean by critical thinking? Critical thinking involves a careful observation and analysis of objective information to make a reasonable judgment. So, one, careful observation. Two, analysis of objective information and make a reasonable judgment. First is observe. What is to be observed? Whatever analysis of objective information. Whatever information we have to analyze it in an objective way and make a judgment. To come before coming to a conclusion, we have to, whatever information we have, a person should be able to analyze and observe it carefully before coming to the conclusion or judgment. It involves evaluation of statistics, facts, observable phenomenon, research finding, other trustable data to draw a reasonable conclusion. Okay, for example, if someone comes and tells about a problem in the organization, a critical thinking person, a person with critical thinking skill, will always go deep with the data available. He should be able to evaluate the statistics and facts about that particular problem, and observe the phenomenon what is happening, and then what is the findings from the research. He will do a thorough research, and what is actually happening, he will get the findings what is actually happening, and then come to a conclusion. So this is critical thinking. When does this happen? Who should possess this critical thinking skill? A person with a higher authority, or person with a higher cadre should always have this critical thinking. So any leader, for that matter, should have this critical thinking skill. The hiring managers prefer candidates who can evaluate the situation using logical thought. So, the persons or the employers or the hiring managers prefer candidates with such kind of skill, wherein the person will be able to evaluate the situation using his logical thinking, come up with the best possible solution. Not only that, after understanding the situation, after understanding the problem, going through the facts and data and statistics, he should be able to come up with a possible solution. So there could be many solutions or there could not be any solution at all, but he should be able to understand the facts or the situation and then come with a possible solution. Many employers even require candidates to pass a critical thinking test before appearing for the interview. So here, this particular skill is very important in day-to-day's life. Any competitive exams or any interview, if you attend, this critical thinking, test is being conducted. So candidates have to pass the critical thinking test before even appearing for interview. So one has to develop this critical thinking skill in order to land a job or take up a job. So this is very essential in today's scenario, because in an organization any problem can pop up, any problem can come up. So you should be able to think clearly, logically, and get the information, then think in a logical way and come up with a possible solution. So that plays an important role. So key phrases of critical thinking. So what are the requirements of critical thinking? Analytical skill, problem solving, artistic sense, critical observer, desire to learn, innovator, logical thinker, creative thinker. So look at the entire list. Analytical thinking, so any problem we should be dealt with analytically. Then problem solving, you should have the capacity to solve the problems and always think in such a way that problem should be solved. That is, always have a positive attitude. Only if you have a positive attitude, you will come up with some solution for the problem which is being faced by the organization. And artistic sense is any job, if it is done in an artistic way, you will enjoy the particular job. And critical observer, you have to be a keen observer while doing so. Desire to learn, yes, when you have the fascination, when you have the urge to learn, a passion to learn, will always get the experience. It could be from our team, or it could be from the higher up. Only if you are a keen observer, you will get the experience. Or from any situation, anybody can get an experience or learning. It could be a learning experience. When will that happen? Only if you have when you are a keen observer and when you have the desire to learn. Innovator. What do you mean by innovator? Coming up with new ideas, making the work in a different way so that it gets done, it gets the work done in a better way. So innovative ideas, he should be an innovator. The same work can be done in a different way. So if he comes with some new innovative techniques, there comes the critical thinking. Logical thinker, the person with critical thinking will be always logical and creative in his thinking. So as a result, all these qualities are expected to be in a person who who's taking up a job. If he is desiring to go to the higher level, potentially a good potential for growth. So if you want to grow in your career, all these qualities are essential. One, leadership quality. Two, as a teamwork. Three, work ethics. Four, time management. Five, critical thinking. So these are the most important soft skills which is expected from an employee by the hiring managers. Let's have a revision of whatever we have seen in this particular session. Almost every employer prefers its employees to have time management skill. So time management skills is very essential. It is there everywhere. Time management skills plays an important part in every aspect of our life, be it at home or in workplace, or personal life, or wherever. Look around how people manage time and how people also waste time by doing slow. Critical thinking involves a careful observation and analysis of objective information to make a reasonable judgment. Another important skill a person is expected to have is that critical thinking, which involves careful observation and analysis of objective information and to make a reasonable judgment. So what does that involve? It involves, critical thinking involves evaluation of statistics, facts, A key phrase of time management is goal setting and management. A key phrase of critical thinking is problem solving. So if there is a goal, if you are focused, definitely there will be it'll be easy for you to manage the time. Again, if you have a critical thinking, there will be a problem solution for the problem that pops up in your management. So this is what we have seen in this particular session. We've seen about time management and critical thinking, which are essential for a career. Thank you.